Music is written on the grand staff. The grand staff has 2 sets of lines and spaces. Each staff is made up of 5 lines and 4 spaces. This design was created by an Italian monk named Guido. He was very passionate about teaching music to the common people who didn't normally have the opportunity to learn it. Since many of these people didn't have access to pen and paper, he designed the staff after something most of them did have, a hand. Rather than learning to read music on a staff as we see it today, they learned to read on a staff that looked like this, made up of 5 lines and 4 spaces. And since we have 2 hands or staffs to read from, the grand staff is made up of 2 staffs. The upper part of the grand staff is usually marked by the treble clef, also known as the G clef. This is where your middle to high tones are written. Let's practice drawing some treble clefs. Okay, to start practicing drawing your clefs, you just need some blank sheet music. You can get this at pretty much any music store or bookstore. I got this one at Barnes & Noble. So we'll just start with our treble clef. And really the most important part is you're going to take this second line and you're going to make sure you circle it. And it's kind of a weird shape, so it's good to do a few of them to practice. The treble clef is also called the G clef because it does accent this second line here, the G. And other than circling it, you don't have to be that neat about it. Make sure that line's circled and it's a treble clef. Spell the line, whatever. In fact, Beethoven's were something like that. Pretty much, you just want to make sure you circle that second line. The lower part of the grand staff is usually marked by the bass clef, also known as the F clef. Middle to low tones are written on this staff. Now let's practice drawing the bass clef. Okay, now that we've drawn our treble clef, we're going to move on and practice drawing the bass clef. This is also known as the F clef because same idea as the treble. We're going to take this one line, the F, and we're just going to circle it and then add these 2 dots here to really accent this F line, making the bass clef or F clef. So practice that a few times. And again, like the treble clef, this doesn't have to be perfect. This is music, it's an art. We can do things a little different. So as long as you have this F line circled, you can just kind of, whatever works for you. As long as you can read it, that's what matters.